Shalom, shalom. All praises and glory belong to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, unto the elders of Gravenstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Alright, the men that are pushing this word out in truth and in sincerity. Alright, shalom. It's Brother Akal coming at you with another lesson through the Spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And this one is just me meditating on a few things, right? And say, let me hit the record button and just speak on it. All right. And the main thing I was meditating on is that this truth is not a thing of instant gratification. All right. It's not a thing of instant gratification. We're not in this truth to it's like here. Yeah, we're not in this truth to do works and then receive yeah, and then to receive our reward immediately. All right, we being in this truth, you're supposed to understand that, look, our reward is not, as we do the work today, we get the reward tomorrow. The scriptures say what? Store up ye treasures in heaven, all right, where dust and moth do not corrupt. All right. So what we doing right now is for time to come. All right. That's where we storing up our riches. You understand? Even with other things of this life. All right. We ain't gonna see the reward immediately. That's why the scripture talk about in Matthew chapter 24. That he that endured unto the end. The scripture say what? That the Lord is long suffering. Alright? Actually, that's one of the fruits of the Spirit. So if you're being in the Spirit, you're supposed to be of a patient mindset, because that's what long suffering means. It means to be patient. Patient means to long suffer. To suffer. Alright? If you in this truth and you're looking for a reward today, all right, for the work that you do today, guess what, man? You're gonna frustrate yourself. You understand? You're gonna frustrate yourself because it's not genuine. When you do something, all right, and you put your best foot forward, hey, it's supposed to be because of the love of the Most High, or because because it was commanded of you. All right, because you know that this is what you ought to do. It resonates well with your spirit, so therefore you do this or you do that. All right, but if you're looking for a reward immediately after you put in some work, then the question now becomes, what is the reason for you doing this? All right, and if you're looking for a reward after you do something, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna feel unappreciated. You understand? Though you are. Alright? But because you don't see the tangible appreciation or the tokens of appreciation, you're gonna feel unappreciated. Alright? But the thing about this truth is that it's not a physical thing, it's a spiritual thing. You understand? It is a spiritual thing. What you're looking for is not what you're going to see. You see? What you're looking for is not what you will see. You understand? When the scriptures say in Sirach chapter 12, hey, know to whom thou doest good, because you're going to receive a reward for it. If not from the man, then from the Most High, roughly paraphrasing. What I tell you, it tell you that, look, when you do something, hey, just do it to the best of your ability, all right? And the Most High is bearing, the angels reporting it to the Most High, and there's a record of it. And the Most High, the scripture say in Hebrews now, that the Lord is not unrighteous, to forget your labor of love, which you do show to the saints. So guess what? The Lord has records of your well-doing. All right, and he's righteous, he ain't gonna say, hey, you know, this man do this, this man do that. You know, I ain't gonna reward you for it. The most I can reward you for it. You see? But it's not a thing of instant gratification. You know? Because what you doing? The scripture even say what? That charity is what? A defense, you know, against the evil time, you know, roughly paraphrasing, alright? What you doing is that you storing up, you understand, weapons against the evil day. You know? You ain't gonna see the rewards of your labor right now, but in the time to come, everything that you would have labored in love, all right, and put forward to the hopefully elect, all right, in honesty and in truth, guess what? The Lord gonna store those up and then, hey, pay you it back in the time of destruction. You understand? You ain't gonna see it now. You ain't gonna see it now. You know? You're not going to see it now. All right? And you're gonna feel burdened. You're gonna feel like I say, unappreciated. All right? Because what you're looking for the gratification right now. You know? You're looking for the gratification right now. You're looking for the reward right now. You understand? You're looking for somebody to hold your hand and jump up and down and say, hey, you know, thank you. All right? The scriptures say in Sirach that the wicked, right? He giveth little and upbraideth much. All right? When you give something today, you give, and then tomorrow you look for it again. You understand? And you don't want to be in that mindset, all right, of giving, all right, and then saying, hey, I want to see the benefits of it tomorrow. You understand? Then the scripture even goes on to say, well, that when he don't see the reward, he then jump up and down and say, look, I have no friends. I have no friends. All right, Salakia. You know, you can jump up and down and say, well, I have no friends. There's no reward for all my labor. All right? Men don't appreciate me. All right? Men don't respect me. All right? Because you now become a fool. Because what you're doing is not onto the men. It's onto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right? It's onto the Mosai. You know? And if you're looking for the reward from the Mosai, then you can't say today or tomorrow and put a mandate or a timeline on the Mosai. You know, the scriptures say in Isaiah chapter Isaiah 55 that what? Our thoughts are not the Mosai thoughts, and our ways are not his ways. You understand? How the Mosai do things, you don't understand it. You can't say, hey, this is how it should be done. Now where the Mosai is concerned. All right, the Mosai exists outside of time and space. So you can't say, hey, you know, this is what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen by this time, by this date, you know, in this order and in this structure. Nah. The Mosai operates on its own being. There's nobody greater than the Mosai. So understand that this thing is not a thing of instant gratification. You know, the reward that we're gonna receive is not a carnal thing. All right, and it's being stored up. It's being built up. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, all right, gonna give you the reward when He see fit, when it's really needed. All right, like for example, right, and this is just a testimony. Just throw this out there, right? There are times where, you know, you may have excess, right? You may have excess, and then you know you say a brother reach out and say, man, hey, or somebody reach out, whatever. You know, lend me this, right? And you give them. You understand? And you forget about it completely. You understand? and you just go about your life as per normal, and the day that you in a jam or you have little, hey, the Most High put His Spirit on whomever it is that you would have given freely to say, hey, you know what? I had something for you from X time. This time you don't even remember when and how or why. All right? But in that time is when you're going to receive, you understand, that which you would have given. You understand? And it's the same thing with the Most High. You know, that when you keep storing up your charity, your love, you understand, when you need it, all right, when you need it, when there's a point that you low or whatever, however you want to put it, then is when the Most High gonna do what? Pay it back. You understand? You ain't gonna see the reward immediately. That's the nature of this truth. That is the nature of this truth. You understand? You gotta be patient. You got to be patient. You know? You got to be patient. Otherwise, you just monkeying yourself. You know? You're just monkeying yourself. You're fooling yourself. You understand? You're being carnal. You see? Hey, Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying. Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashmi Haushai, Bashar Makakodash. Shalom.